Hi and welcome back. Today I have a little chit chat video whilst I make some more bookmarks. If you didn't know, I make my own bookmarks. There are a couple of examples I have already. I feel like I was missing some vibes, and so I made some more. I designed them on Canva, and then I cut them out. I put an extra layer of paper and make this little lip thingy so that it actually stays in my book, and I laminate them. So that's what we're gonna do today. These are all with a white background, but today I found lots of colored paper that I can use instead of white. So let me just switch up the angle a little bit so that I am sitting in front of this. I have the laminating machine right next to me, which I'm just gonna turn it on when I'm pretty much done with all of these. Making your own bookmarks is, so obviously I design them first on Canva, then I print them out. It's then cutting them out of the paper, sticking them onto another paper to make these little lips and have them make them a little thicker, cutting them out again, laminating and cutting them again. But listen to me, okay, when you have such a pretty pair of scissors as I do, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, that's happy. Wait, I'm gonna do my best not to speak too loudly since there's a little kid sleeping a couple of rooms next to me. So, you know, can't be too loud. I don't know why, but I think Canva changed their dimensions a little bit because these are not the same dimensions. These are a lot wider. I do like my bookmarks pretty big, and some smaller books that kind of stick out at the bottom, but I really do prefer that over a small one. With this one, I don't know what happened, but it's fine. Anyway, let's get quitting and chatting. So, the main thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that I'm turning 18. Or, when it's up, I might have just turned 18. But I think it's like a couple days before my 18th birthday, so fun. Concentrate. I do have to say that it scares the living shit out of me. My goodness me, I'm kind of really scared. Also, the reason I do not sell these is because I cannot cut straight for the life of me, so shut up. I do have one of those machines that I can just snip it off with, yes, but even with those, I somehow make it happen and it's still not actually straight. So yeah, if you had to know that. Also, yes, I am left-handed, but I cut with my right hand. Crazy, right? So yeah, I'm turning 18. I have no clue what I'm gonna do in my life, basically. It scares the living shit out of me that I'm getting into adulthood. Like, look how squiggly that line is. Maybe I do need to get that little cutting machine. It would also make it go way faster. Wait. And I found it. It's this, like... Wait, it's locked, isn't it? Yes. I forgot how this shit worked. Oh. Like, chip thingy. I really hope that YouTube doesn't shadow ban me or something because of the fact that I'm using this thingy. I'm okay with cutting them like slightly smaller than how I printed them. So also ASMR as fuck this thing. See, somehow I even managed to cut squiggly lines with this type of thing. That's number 1 cut. I have 7. Great. So what else was I going to say? Except for the fact that I'm turning 18. Also, summer is starting, which I am excited for. But also, that means my life is drastically changing. A lot sooner than I was expecting it to. Probably, I don't know. Actually, tell me what's going on in your life. See, even with this thing, I managed to cut not straight. So that's how you know I am actually really fucking bad at these type of things. What else? I completely didn't know what I had. Oh yeah, the fact that we're halfway through 2025 is also kind of upsetting me a little bit. Because what do you mean? We're halfway through 2025? I remember being a little kid and thinking like, 2025, what the fuck, that's so far away. And now I'm like, yeah, no, it wasn't that far away actually. It felt really far away, but it's clearly not since we're halfway through it. And then also like, just all that jazz. You know what, I'm actually really interested in, by the time I'm posting this, if Taylor did announce her TV, or if I am completely clowning. Because as of right now, I'm filming AMAs are in a couple of days, which there's a lot of clowning happening. So that's fun. I actually truly am, like, I could cry about the fact that the Arrestor is gone, and it has been for like, at least my Arrestor show happened close to a year ago, and I'm like, I could cry about it, like, truly I could cry about it. Which is slightly dramatic, but I am definitely okay with that. Because that's just who I am as a person, so. Yeah, there is that. Sometimes I'm not even sure if it's the fact that I do in fact cut straight, or if it's the fact that my brain thinks it's straight. That's the problem. I'll show you all the designs I made when they're fully finished, but like, they're obviously not. Currently, I'm also watching Secret Lives of Normal Wives, which is, again, this season's getting crazy. But truly, I'm sorry, I'm like halfway done with it. I think Taylor might actually be the bigger villain than Whitney and the other girls, because somehow every single time there was a villain, Taylor is involved on the other side, which that's kind of questionable. I personally think that's kind of questionable, at least. So, you know, what else is happening right now? Look at it, keeps reevaluating, that's so true. Working on figuring out what I want for my life with my therapist right now. Great, because it's clearly necessary since I am in fact reaching adulthood and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. Except for posting silly videos. Although I don't love posting those silly videos, I absolutely do. But you know, I don't know why, but oh yeah, I wrote down a couple of things I wanted to talk about as well when it comes to 2018, and a couple of things I feel the need to remind myself of, and maybe remind some of you of, and just some things that I have like learned and reminders and all that jazz. First thing I wrote down, these aren't all that deep, okay? I'm making bookmarks. This is not a deep video. This is not supposed to be. That's not the plan. First thing I wrote down is don't buy to buy. If, like, especially when it comes to fast fashion, that industry thrives on you buying clothes you're not actually gonna wear. And of course, we've all, like, me too, we've all bought things that we didn't actually love. But we also just have to think it through a little bit more. And, like, we need to use things that we have and wear the things we have. Like, these pieces of paper, I'm not throwing them away. The ones, not these teeny tiny scraps, but like the bigger pieces like this, I'm gonna use to write shit down on as like notes. Because half the time I don't need to keep my notes because they're just little things I wanted to remember. So I have like a whole place of these like scrap papers, or just to draw silly things on or something. This is the only thing going into the trash right now. So that is like kind of important. We need to think twice before we buy things. And I know I am turning 18. I do not have the budget to get like really expensive clothing. But what I can do is whenever I'm in doubt, I just don't buy it unless like I think twice. And if I keep thinking about a dress or a jacket or whatever, I'll get it. But like otherwise, not really. Also, I wrote down, let people make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. Sometimes you need to let people make mistakes to figure it out for themselves, I think. Pick my colors. Figure out what I'm gonna. I do think I can only do like 2 per paper just because I have to make that little lip thingy. These work really cutesy. Well, yeah, letting people make mistakes. Like, we all need to make mistakes. Sometimes making mistakes actually can be really, really helpful in the long run. Do I have like a cooler pink? Not really. Maybe this is cute. Oh yeah, I definitely prefer that. And maybe this is cute. Yeah. These, and then I need one more. I think I'm either going like a pastel yellow tinge, which is cute, or I could do more of a greenish. So I'll just take them out. These are printer papers, by the way, so they're not actually that thick. Let's see which I like. In these hard lights, it's kind of harder to see, but I don't know what I like. Prefer the green. Like yellow. I think more yellow. Okay. First we have the red one. I didn't bring a ruler or a pencil. I have to grab that too. I have really bad glue. It's fine. I'm gonna laminate them so they'll stick together anyway. So I don't add too much glue. Let me. Because too much glue will only make it look bad once you laminate it. Yeah, I'm trying to put it that straight. It's not that big of a deal. It's not if it's not straight on here. Yeah, letting people make mistakes is so important. Also, giving yourself permission to make mistakes is really important, which is something I tend to struggle with. Like, I'm such a big perfectionist, even with these type of things. Like, why am I trying to put it on here straight? It's really no big deal because I'm gonna cut it up anyways. Oh yeah, don't give out unsolicited. Whoa, that's a hard word. Don't give out unsolicited advice. And with that, I just mean when someone is talking to you like a friend, don't just go out there and start giving them advice when they're struggling, because maybe they just want for you to listen and not have someone listen to them, and not necessarily they might not necessarily want someone who's gonna tell them what to do. Like, sometimes you just want someone to listen. And also, like, when you see someone, like a friend or family, the first thing you should say to them is, how are you? Not, oh, you lost weight, or oh, you gained weight, or oh, you look tired. Yeah, maybe they are tired. Maybe they are struggling with their eating or exercising patterns. Maybe they're struggling with their mental health. Just You never know what someone's going through, so just mind your own business unless they want to talk about it. So ask them how they are. It's not that hard. Well, I don't think it's that hard. In my opinion, it's not that hard. What else is there? Let me see. Oh yeah, find your own style, even if that doesn't fit in with like what's popular at that moment. Find clothes that you like to wear, that you feel pretty in, all that jazz. That is such an important thing to learn, that you don't always have to be in like trendy. You can sometimes just wear things because you like them, not because anyone else is wearing them. You know, this video is going to be a lot longer than I want it to be. I'm going to go grab a pencil and a ruler. I can't find my tiny one, so the bigger one it is. Before I do that, I'm going to cut them a little bit. It's easier to measure, maybe. No, I don't need to cut them before. I can cut them after. Let's see what else. Yeah, learning to enjoy your own company is also such an important thing to learn. I'm gonna grab one of these just to see how long it is. You're gonna have centimeters. Making sure it's in the middle. At least kind of in the middle, you know. Oh, and how wide is it? 2, I think. Yeah, 2. I'm gonna concentrate and then I'll talk. Okay. When I say, yeah. So I was talking about learning to enjoy your own company. I think that is such an important thing to do, because you just never know when it'll be the last time. And like also, like, why are we always feeling so pressured into doing things we don't want to do because of like peer pressure and all these things that are so unnecessary? And I feel like we're so used to always being in other people's company that some people find it so scary to like be alone, which is so stupid. Like, I love being alone. Truly, I love being alone so much. I am very much an introvert, but like, you know, sometimes it's just kind of hard to feel like you're okay being alone. Concentration face on. The hardest part is measuring everything out. That is incredibly off center and I don't give a fuck. I am so bad at doing that too. Like, I've never been good at centering and all that jazz. Well, oh yeah. Quality over quantity when it comes to friendships. I have one good friend and that's really all. And I'm completely and utterly okay with that. I don't know why people aren't okay with it. It's kind of stupid in my opinion. Yeah, that works. I used to have like more friends at some point, like school and stuff. But so many things happened and I had some really horrific experiences. These are not even close to being the same size. Not even close. I'm gonna make this one slightly thinner, maybe. Okay, that's slightly better. That one was really thick. This one's kind of thin, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Wait, I have to do something for my mom. I'll be back after I finish measuring everything out. Okay, all the measuring stuff is done. As you can tell, that is not my strong side. There's a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. Also, listening to your body is so important. I think we truly live in a time period where it's so not normal to listen to your body, and it seems such a bad thing almost, which is actually kind of extremely stupid. At least that's what I believe, that's a really, really stupid and dumb thing to do. Like, why are we not allowed to listen to our bodies? That is so stupid. Okay. That took me long enough, didn't it? This is why I should have put them straight. I'm cutting off even more. But it's fine. I'm gonna like this so that it's easier to cut now. I'm gonna cut by hand because that's like literally impossible to just cut like this. Yeah, listening to your body. When your body's aching, listen to it. When your feeling is telling you something, listen to it. Like, whenever my gut's like, be careful, I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be really, really careful. Because it tends to, in my opinion, my gut tends to be pretty correct on what it's telling me. So I like being mindful of that. But that's like very like a personal thing. I know there are people who don't really believe that, but I think that's important. Oh yeah, also find out what you like doing and absolutely love it and do it passionately. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but as long as you're not actually physically or mentally harming anyone, no one should tell you not to love what you love, because that's just stupid. Oh. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. But definitely not everyone gets it, but I do. What else? You have time. I have to tell myself that multiple times a day. Like, I have time. I'm not old. My life isn't over because I'm turning 18. If I'm beginning, and I have time to do what I like and to figure out what I want to do with my life. I don't need to rush it. No one ever needs to rush it. Again, we live in a time where everyone has to figure it all out by the time they're 18, which is the most ridiculous and stupid thing. Because when you are 18, like, I know, I like think what I want to think about what I want to do with my life. Like, yeah, but maybe in 30 years, I actually hate the decision I've made. But that's just the kind of world we live in, you know? That really sucks. Especially when you're neurospicy. And also, oh yeah, really important one I think is that to, like, no matter how good your intentions are, at some point in your life, you will be the villain in someone's story. Like, someone is going to absolutely hate you for maybe setting a boundary or literally just some stupid misunderstanding or something else that's like really ridiculous to you, but for them it's a really big deal. And it's okay. Like, we need to learn to be okay with being the villain. Obviously it should never be your intentions to be the villain, but at some point someone will think you are the villain in their life because maybe you pointed out something that they just really try to ignore, maybe they don't like agree with the boundary, or again maybe they just like completely misunderstood what you said, which also very much a thing. I hate the miscommunication trope, both in books and in real life. I think it's so stupid. Like, people need to just get up their high horses every once in a while and talk to each other. It's not that hard, in my personal opinion. Like, I'm sorry to bring it to you, but also, like, the thing about being I am obviously a really big Swiftie, a big book girly, and I love crafting. And for such a long time, actually, I didn't craft anymore because I thought it was something for kids, which, no, it's not. You can craft as much as you want, even if you're an adult. You can craft on paper, you can craft on your computer and make things like digital designs. That's also valid, okay? We need to stop the whole thing where some things are for adults, because that's just bullshit. If you enjoy it, do it. Not that big of a deal. This is the current status of all these things. I'm gonna finish them and then I'll come over here because I think I'm rambling and I don't want to make this video an hour long, so I'll come when they're finished to show you the end result. Okay, it's like, what, 40 minutes later almost, and I finished them all. So let me just go through them with you. I'll put this away. And my sentences are acting up. Anyway, so first up, I made this one that says lover, and it was like black with red roses, but you can't really tell. So I made the background red for like when I'm reading dark romance. Then I also have this one, which has kind of like sticker looking things from Book of Tommen. So the first one is like a text where Alfie or Aoife says nice shirt, and then Joey says nice legs, and I have a thing that says boom fucking boom boom fucking boom, and then Gypsy and Clear. Got the For Keeps one. I have like a little MP3, how I say that? Anyway, but like the playlist on there, and then this sticker that says like Binding 13 Chloe Walsh. I have this green one with sparkles and a little text that says a book a day keeps reality away. I made this one with all Anna Hong things. So in the middle it says written by Anna Wong. At the top it has a little Isabella and the Kai code. I have a football and a little ballerina slippers. I'm obsessed with Dante Russo. I'm obsessed with Dominic Davenport. I have like a sunshine, a crown, a kiss, and a butterfly, and I've got like a little heart that says Xavier question mark, yes Luna question mark, and then Eldora Post thing. And I have this really summery one with some cocktails at the bottom, and then She's a 10 but only talks about books with some citrus thingies. I have this one with two little candy hearts. One says he falls first, the other says teacher and die, and in the middle it says collecting book boyfriends. And I also made this one with Taylor Swift stuff on there. At the top it's a thing from, I think I've seen this film before. Then I've got a paper ring. I've got So Excited, This Is the Main Event. I've got Taylor's version, Love You to the Moon and to Saturn. A little silver guitar, a little cowboy boots with You're a Cowboy Like Me. Also Fair in Love and Poetry, New Romantics, and Long Live All the Magic We Made. So these are all the new ones that I made. I've got so many now, so I'm really excited to use them. That was it for today's video. Hopefully I enjoyed it. If not, you hate watched. If you enjoyed it, do a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.